Indiana, and hauled down 18 rebounds. Knicks control the opening tip. The Knicks with 46 wins, just one shy of their total for all of last season when they went 47-35. And a chant of "Let's go Knicks" at the start as Patrick Ewing shoots over Luke Longley.
That's the way the Bulls like to play defense on post players. See if Luke can handle the one-on-one, make them take shots before a big man like Ewing gets it going, and then you have to double team.
Scottie Pippen has been on a tear, trying to hit Michael Jordan. Jordan able to recover. Jordan at the start being guarded by Allen Houston and goes to the jumper. Michael Jordan ties the game at 2. Here's Chris Childs for Larry Johnson, who tees up the 3. And Rodman with his first rebound.
Now, Larry has been shooting the three-point shot and all shots very well of late. That one was a brick, but you notice the odd matchup there. Rodman playing the small forward, Larry Johnson out on the floor.
Pippen met by Ewing, and he drew the foul on the fake. Foul committed by Patrick Ewing.
Oh, Patrick getting good position on Luke Longley. Just a little bit of a fake move there by Jordan to come and bother him, but by Patrick just moving that shoulder into Longley, creating space for that short little jump shot.
And Michael Jordan will get many different looks from the Knicks, as he did in Chicago in January, and it did not matter, and Jordan hits on his first 2.
And Allen Houston got a little windburn there as Michael just beat him easily with the first step, the quick dribble, and Allen Houston left in the dust.
4-2 Chicago. Here's Houston. He went to the scoop. It appeared that he was going to unleash the jump shot, but he changed his mind while in flight, and the game is tied at 4.
And the Knicks have to be encouraged by that, the fact that Michael's already hit his first 2 jumpers, but Houston going right back at him.
And Jordan again. 3 out of 3 from Michael Jordan here at the start.
Well, Michael told us earlier today when you asked him about the scoring big against the Knicks, especially here at Madison Square Garden, he said, well, I like to feel it out. I like to see how my teammates are playing. I like to see what is needed. He's not wasting any time.
And he loves to play here in New York, referring to it as the Mecca of basketball. And nice fake by Houston. Jordan able to recover. 6-4, the Bulls on top. Shot clock at 7. Ewing foul.
Well, Michael's so comfortable with a jump shot this time, actually backing down on Allen Houston to get a little space for himself there to take the fadeaway shot, and then Houston trying to get up on Jordan and make him a driver. That's the strategy for the Knicks today, to make Michael go to the basket where they can maybe put a little body on him, but that time forcing the jump shot. So right now Allen Houston thoroughly confused on what to do with Jordan.
Foul on Longley, and it was called a non-shooting foul. Ewing again going at Longley, and once again he draws the foul. That's 2 on Luke Longley.
Now Patrick is just so comfortable against Luke Longley when he faces up at about 17, 18 feet. He'll take that shot if Luke Lee gives a little bit of ground. Other than that, he can put it on the floor and beat him off the dribble. And of course, the Bulls will be ready to come down on about that second dribble to try to knock it loose.
Patrick Ewing coming off a season-high 39 against Boston. On Friday night, the preceding game, he had 36 against Toronto. He has been struggling at the line, though, recently. Free throw shooting has been off. He's now 32 for his last 52 at the foul line. The Knicks came back from 20 the other night to beat the Celtics. 19 straight wins for the Knicks over the Celtics. Down by 20 in the first half and down by 15 at halftime. The 13th time this season that they've come back from a double-digit deficit. Bulls 6 and the Knicks 5. Crawford pulls it back out. Shot clock at 4. Nice move by Luke Longley. And the Bulls lead 8-5.
Generally, the Bulls will go inside early to Longley to get some offense for him before he gets into foul trouble. He's in semi-trouble now with 2.
Chris Childs' first attempt is off. Oakley with the save, but he stepped out of bounds.
A nice movement on the triangle offense by the Bulls. Lots of back picks, lots of cutting, and then just a quick, hard move to the baseline as Patrick Ewing was fooled thinking Longley would go to the middle.
And the Bulls might have come out and hit their first 4 shots. Jordan hit 3, and Longley a moment ago hit 1. Longley behind the back and may have surprised Rodman. Ball was deflected out. Last touch by Oakley.
To say the least, surprised that Luke would be able to make that pass on the move. And Dennis never really looking to be that offensive minded, but he's going to have to be for the Bulls, especially while Tony Kukoc is out. In fact, a lot of the Bulls are going to have to pick it up at the offensive end.
Yes, Tony Kukoc out with that injured right foot. Rodman with the rebound to keep it alive. So the Bulls with their first missed shot. Hopper played tightly by Childs. Here's Jordan over Houston. Oh, he is on fire. Michael Jordan extends to a 10-5 Bulls lead. He has hit 4 of 4 all jump shots. Houston on a quick release. And last touch by the Knicks. The Chicago Bulls in their last game Friday night at home beat Indiana 104-96. That made it 23 straight wins. At home, Jordan was game high with 38. Pippen at 24. And a foul, a hold on Houston.
Well, Michael Jordan on a couple of occasions now has checked the shot clock. Just there he is looking at it at the other end of the floor to see what he had. He had 10 seconds, plenty of time. But when you've got the jumper going like that and you got a little bit of daylight, why not let it go? And on the next play, Allen Houston got up on Jordan to try to make him a driver and committed the foul.
Battle between Ewing and Longley. Oakley over to help, but the help came too late.
Usually the Knicks are excellent at that weak side help. Charles Oakley was there, but very slow, and just not enough lift to get up there and knock that ball out of bounds or knock the body very hard.
So the Bulls are off to the quick start. It leads to a New York timeout with 7:45 remaining. In this first quarter, Jordan 4 for 4, 8 points. Longley has 4. Bulls 12, the Knicks 5. Against the Knicks in Chicago, Michael Jordan lit up the Knicks for 51 points. And you may recall Jordan lashing out verbally at Knicks coach Jeff Van Gundy. Michael upset that Van Gundy had said that Jordan uses friendships and stature to con some of his opponents. We talked about this earlier with Michael and asked, is this still ongoing in terms of the unhappiness about those statements?
It's kind of downplayed a little bit, but it's never forgotten. I think, you know, when you hear certain things like that, you put them in your memory bank and you use them whenever you feel you have the need to. And, you know, so I hadn't really forgotten it, but I moved on past that. And we had a whole different game, different focus, you know, a different situation in some respects. So, I mean, to draw on something that old at this particular time at the beginning of the game is meaningless for me. I think I've totally forgotten about it at this particular time.
Well, I think the one thing that Michael will not forget or forgive was the con man comment by Jeff Van Gundy. Other than that, he realized that Jeff was trying to motivate his own team, and he respects him, of course, for that.
7.5 remaining in the first quarter, and the Knicks are trailing 12-5. Larry Johnson over Dennis Rodman. Rebounded by Bill Wennington, who came on following the timeout, replacing Luke Longley, who had picked up 2 early fouls. Hopper passed on the shot. Checking with Jordan. Nice lead for Pippen. And Wennington able to recover. New 24 for the Bulls. The matchup is Childs on Pippen. Ewing came over to help, and then Wennington, the open man, took advantage.
And Charles Oakley, the big forward, out on Ron Harper at 6'4", but the Knicks could never get together and communicate and find proper matchups, and that's why Bill Wennington was left alone.
14-5 Chicago, 8-0 run by the Bulls.